Hi guys, and welcome back to a new video. So this week is a pretty big week. We have a lot of new things coming up in World of Warcraft, and what I'm going to do is simply run you through everything new and everything you will be able to do directly on Wednesday. Obviously, the main thing that will happen is the release of patch 11.1.7, and with that you will be able to do a few things. The first important thing you want to do are the different overcharged dells. So here, as you can see, you will be able to see these different dells that will have this little effect on top of them. And here, all you have to do to start really interacting with these dells is go right here in Dornogal, where there are all the different dells, vendors and everything, and you will be able to interact with this mob. It will give you a quest that will ask you to start going into the different dells, and when you're there you will be able to take part in all the different activities linked to the overcharged dells. And in particular, after normally just a few hours, you will be able to unlock your new belt, which is gonna be one of the very powerful items you will be able to get during this patch. And this is something, again, you will be able to unlock very easily. Then you will be able to also unlock the different gems that you will be able to put inside of the belt, and every week you will also have the opportunity to upgrade the eye level of your belt up to eye level 701. So this is something that you can do on all your different alts. It's honestly very easy to get this belt, and this is something that probably will be pretty powerful for many of your characters, so I would recommend you to do that as soon as you can. Remember that you'll also be able to complete these different achievements right here, the Titan Console Overcharged and the Overcharged Delver, and this one will reward you with this mount right here, which is really nice, and a recorded version of the Keystone Master mount from Mythic Plus from the first season of the War Within. So I would really recommend you to try and get it as soon as you can. And basically, this is something that should not be too difficult, because the way you get this is by simply completing some of the different overcharged dells. You will be able to get different type of currencies, different type of items, and then inside of the overcharged dells, you will be able to use these different items to unlock some of the different skills at the console that will be at the start of the overcharged dells. And when you unlock all of them, you will be able to get your mount. So definitely something that you can start doing right away. After that, you will also be able to take part in the new Arathi Island campaigns. So here, in order to start the quest line, you want to come right here and talk to Firein. As you can see, she will be located right here in Dornogal. And then you'll simply have to go in the Arathi Islands and do this entire quest line. And as a reward, you will be able to get this tabard right here for Alliance players, this tabard right here for Horde players, and finally these cosmetic shoulders for all your different characters. So this is overall something that is really nice, and normally this is pretty simple to do. After that, you will also be able to start doing all the new Lorewalker activities. So here in Dornogal, you will be able to see this little book on your map. This is where Lorewalker Show will be available. You can also find him in Orgrimmar and Stormwind. And all you have to do is to go talk to him, and you will be able to choose any of these three scenarios. And then basically, when you complete them, you will be able to get one toy for each. So you have the one from Arthas, the one from the Ethereals, and then the one from Xal'atath. And these are actually really nice. For instance, here, as you can see, this is the one you will be able to get when completing the Arthas one. And so this is something that is very easy to do. It's going to be nice, especially if you are someone who enjoy a little bit the lore around World of Warcraft. And with that, you will be able to get these three cool toys. So definitely something I would encourage you also to do when you can, as soon as this new patch is available. After that, we will also have the new Timewalking event for Battle for Azeroth that will start on Wednesday. And with this, it will mark the start of the new Turbulant Timeways event. So for 6 weeks, we will be able to get each week another Timewalking event. So this is something that will be pretty good if you want to level up some of your alts and do all these type of things. And especially with this new Turbulent Timeways event, you will be able to get this mount right here, which is extremely cool. So I would recommend you to start doing that directly this week, because unfortunately, when this event will go away, when probably patch 11.2 will be released, you won't be able to farm this mount again, and this is by far one of the coolest mounts that is linked to the Timewalking event. So something you will be able to start doing on Wednesday. And again, just as a reminder, in order to get this one, you will need to do this achievement right here. So this is the Master of the Turbulent Timeways 3. And basically for 5 weeks in a row, you need to get this little buff. And so this is something you will only be able to get when you complete 4 of the different Timewalking dungeons in a row on the same character within 2 hours. And then after that, you get a buff. And then each week after that, you can get a new charge of this buff. And when you get 5 charges, you will get the reward, which is this mount right here and this achievement. So this is something that is very easy to do. Just you need to make sure to not miss out on it, because if you start too late, you won't be able to complete the achievement. Also, just as a reminder, you will have quite a lot of new rewards you will be able to purchase from the vendor for BFA Timewalking. So for instance, you have these 2 mounts right here, which are pretty nice. You have this Night Saber and you also have this Raptor. Each of them will be available for 5,000 of the different Tamra badges. Then you will also have these 2 pets right here. After that, you will have a few of these new ensembles, which are honestly pretty nice, especially the ones for Alliance players. The ones for all players are not as interesting. You also have this helm right here, which is a cosmetic helm that anyone will be able to use. And then you have all these different weapons. Some of them are actually really nice. For instance, you have this shield right here, which is basically the same shield as Varian, and this is something that I think a lot of people are going to be very happy to get. So definitely something that I think is worth for you just exploring a little bit, because some of them are actually really good rewards. And remember that the final week it will be BFA Timewalking again, so it means that if you don't have enough to buy everything during the first week, you can farm the Timewalking dungeons for 5 weeks in a row, and then hopefully during the last week of the Turbulent Timeways, when BFA Timewalking will be back, you will have enough to buy these different mounts or any of the other rewards that you want. This week, in terms of the weekly event, we will have the Dells bonus event. So it's actually a pretty good week for this event to be up, because with the Overcharged Dells, you will probably do quite a lot of Dells. And so with that, you will be able to get even more experience for your journey of Dells and also for your brand. And you will be able to get even more rewards. So definitely a pretty good weekly event to have at that point. During this week, you will also be able to do the 3rd weekly quest for the Dastardly Duos event. And with that, you will be able to get the Mean Ball Bag pet. So this is this pet right here. And here, I just want to remind you that this pet normally is a pet you will be able to cage. So if you want to make some gold, just cage it and sell it on the auction house, and hopefully someone will buy it. But so this is something you will be able to also get on Wednesday. Finally, after that, during this week, we will also have the start of the Midsummer Fire Festival event. So during this event, you will be able to farm all the usual rewards and do all the usual activities, but we will also have a few new items that you will be able to farm. So for instance, as you can see, we have these 3 cosmetic items right here, which in my opinion are really nice. You have these shoulders, the helm, and also the belt. So definitely pretty cool items that you will be able to get with the currency. You will also be able to get these different weapons right here. So you have a polearm and a staff version of these 2 weapons, which are honestly pretty nice. And normally you will also be able to get this cosmetic helm right here, which will be again something you will be able to use on any of your characters. And as you can see, this is the crown of the Frost Lord. So these are all the most important things for you to keep in mind for this week. And as you can see, we have quite a lot happening. Again, I would really recommend you to start doing the Turbulent Timeways as soon as you can in order to get the achievement in time before it's gone.